Hello there, hope you're doing well. A few days after Thanksgiving here in the US, you might be watching this someplace else, but people getting back into the swing of things, and it's Cyber Monday. People stocking up on a lot of stuff they need and a lot of stuff they don't need, which happens to be what some of my talk here today is about. And it's kind of a combination of Cyber Monday thinkings and end of the year and some other stuff that's been rolling around my head that it just seemed like it was the right time now to talk about this. And it's this feeling that what we do in life and what we accumulate determines if we are successful or not. You know, a lot of times people, they are their greatness, they feel their greatness must be expressed through material gain, through wealth, through possessions. And people feel they've got to have a bigger and bigger house. They've got to have the better and better car, the bigger boat. You know, whatever they had for a boat, it was never good enough. They needed the next one. And it's not unusual for people to go down this path. And let me say, it also applies to income and to promotions, and for people to think that what they had or what they have is not good enough, and that within a couple of days of somebody buying something or someone achieving a goal, that it's not good enough, and now their brain's telling them, well, now you have to go for the next thing, and now you have to go for the next thing, and this becomes a really, really terrible cycle of unhappiness. I'm just going to say that it's very easy for people, and you might have felt this way yourself. I have felt this way, of just feeling like nothing is good enough. Nothing is good enough, and to think that when you reach a certain goal, you'll be happy, and then shortly thereafter, after you reach this goal, you're not happy. And your brain is consistently and currently probably moving the goalposts on you. This is your ego. This is your ego. This is ambition. It's kind of like your false self. It's not the real you, but it's got you trained to think that you can only be happy when you have the next thing. And because it's always possible to have something bigger and better than what you have, you are never happy. And a lot of people are surprised that they have these achievements in life and they have these possessions, yet they feel depressed and empty, and they've bought into the thought that once you're successful and you have these things, you'll feel better about yourself. And it's really a false prophet of a god. Prophet, P-R-O-P-H-E-T. There's a lot of profit, P-R-O-F-I-T, for the people who sell these things. But it's a way of going about life that is not really fulfilling for people. And, we all start out in life capable and full of dreams. We don't know it yet. When we're born, we don't have any dreams. We're full of possibility. But pretty soon, this ambition takes over, our ego takes over. If you've ever seen a young child wanting a toy, and as we get older, we want more and we want more and we want more, and then we realize, when we get to a certain age, some of us do, some of us don't, that it's just not working anymore. And we have to make what's called a bit of a shift. In fact, there's a great book by Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it's called The Shift, and it's all about this, about how you have to go from living a life of ambition and ego, which is not serving you, to one of meaning. And when people start living a life of meaning, that's where the real happiness and fulfillment comes in. And so where does that come from? What does it mean to have a life of meaning? To really get back to your authentic self, to really discover what you're about, and really to figure out what are your dreams, what are the things you've always wanted to do that you put aside for the sake of this ambition. And start living your true self, start being your authentic self, and rediscover those dreams and start putting them into motion. And that's what will make you happy. And I'll also add, the research shows that people who have connections to others, deep connections to others, emotional connections to others, they begin to see more satisfaction in life as well. And it's not unusual for people as they get further on in their career and their life to begin to realize this. So meaning comes from being authentic. Meaning comes from living your dreams, and meaning comes from having deep and fulfilling connections to other people. So I hope this has been helpful. It follows a lot of what I learned in my life and what I've come to understand about myself. And if you're looking to make a change in your life, a change in your career or some other part of your life, you might be experiencing a lot of this yourself. So would love to hear from you. Drop me a note with your comments, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.